So just like you've been doing this whole time, how everyone's followed the rules and done what they were told, there was no penetrated, juiced up people. Now it's almost everybody. There was no mask wearing. Now it's almost everybody. There was no closures lockdown. Now it's almost... So actually, big fat witch lady, I would argue, I would contend, if you could care to rebut this, that the more rule following and the more obedient that New Brunswickers, Canadians, West people become, the more rules that you seem to impose on them anyway. Should not the uptake of your drugs drive down the need for any of these measures? Why is it the opposite? They are not going to stop. If there is one person left in this country that is refusing to just get vaccinated, it'll never end. And guess what? Even when it does, even when we could have them all, 100% of the population, everybody, they're injecting newborns. They're still going to tell you there's people out there that aren't vaccinated, and that's why we can't go back to normal. They won't even exist. They won't even be real, but they're going to lie. They're going to say it anyway. This is never going to end.
Distancing is required in public spaces where proof of vaccination is not required. That means that malls, grocery stores, retail stores, and salons and spas.
Now, again, being someone that's not mentally handicapped, I can tell you that this list of things she just rhymed off is very deliberate. Did you notice how grocery stores was like the second or third thing, and then other, mundane stuff like salons, that was later. Just kind of sped through it. Wait, excuse me, did you just say grocery stores? How 99% of our people feed themselves? Are you threatening to cut that off and still look at me in the eye, and you're going to look me in the eye and tell me this is a choice, it's a personal choice? I'm just going to starve you out. I'm just going to take away your means of feeding yourself that we've all been relying on. Motherfucker, we all pay taxes. I'm a veteran. Lots of us are. Lots of people have given lots to this country, and now you're just going to arbitrarily take away our ability to put food on the table for our kids. Do you want to? Redacted. Listen to this, man. This witch.
Proof of vaccination is not required. That means that malls, grocery stores, retail stores, and salons and spas must enforce physical distancing.
She just put salons and spas on the same level as the grocery store. The target here, so we call this in the military the shit sandwich. It's like it. I'm not kidding. This isn't a joke. This is literally a tactic that we use is, NCOs and leadership and this kind of thing. If you have a problem, we do evaluations. You get basically report cards, every couple of months, and once a year you get the real good one, the PER, the Personal Evaluation Report. Whatever the fuck it is, the PERs. And if there's a real problem that you're trying to address, they want you to open with, a nice thing. Here's how you were great. And then in the middle, we really need to work on this. But overall, you were great. So the beginning and the end is good job, but in the middle, they sandwich it in there. They couch it to cushion the blow of what they're talking about. Instead of just saying, you won't go to grocery stores anymore, which they could have done, but they chose not to because they're trying to politically manipulate you into believing this isn't as serious as it is. Because they're lying snake people. It's a lying snake person. This is literally a serpent creature from another dimension.
It's not required. That means that malls, grocery stores, retail stores, and salons and spas must enforce physical distancing between patrons.
Wait for it.
Alternatively, they also have the option of requiring proof of full vaccination from all patrons, but we will leave that decision up to individual businesses. These are the main differences at level 1.
Grocery stores.
But the winter...
Can leave it up to the groceries. I love this cowardly move, too, because they don't even have the gut. Dude, these people are... They offend me on every goddamn level imaginable. They're so weak and pathetic and cowardly. You can't even stand up there and say, this is what we're doing. I'm making this decision. You're like, well, we'll leave it up to the businesses. Just take that nuclear radioactive football of death and just pass it off to somebody else. Don't get in the way of it. Don't say anything about it. Don't say this is wrong, this is insane. I'm not gonna. No, well, I mean, I don't like it, but we'll leave it up to the grocery stores. Guess how that's going to roll? All the grocery chains, all owned by big corporations that are going to get subsidies and bailouts and kickbacks from the government for following the programs. We know how it works. I wasn't born yesterday. I was born in 1986 on a Friday, just like today. I think it was a Friday. This way they absolve themselves. It's not the government, it's the store. It's not the store, it's the manager. It's not the manager, it's corporate office. Really? It's nobody's fault. It just goes into the ether, and it's just a shitty situation, and we just gotta do it. No one's taking responsibility for anything. So I say we should just say, we're gonna assign responsibility now. Okay? That's how this problem is going to be tackled. Now, you refuse to take responsibility for anything that you've done. Never your fault. It's Stephen Harper's fault. It's the Russians' fault. It's unfortunate. No, you know. It's up to its personal. We're just going to decide now. From now on, we'll decide who's responsible. It's very easy to do. It's neglect. You had the power to do A, B, C, or D, and you didn't. You could have said something, and you didn't. You could have gotten in the way, and you didn't. The chief, who is it? The health authority guy, one of the top bigwigs in Saskatchewan, just quit abruptly. No idea why. No reason given. Just walked away. What do you suppose that's about? Do you think maybe he's got some objections to how things are being done around here? Someone that does that and goes, I am not doing this anymore. I am out. You guys can carry on with your evil circus, but you're doing it without me. Fuck you. You've just taken yourself off the board, you know? Very well. You've chosen, I am not participating in this nightmare. Okay. But for everybody else, want to make money, want to get rich off this, they just love it, the little power that they get over people. There's no responsibility, there's no consequences. They do whatever they want, and they can say things like this and terrify people. As if, this is complete insane. Completely insane. Two years ago, you would talk about they're gone, man. They're gone in the head. We can't coexist. Unfortunately, they currently occupy they have all the power levers and decide what's going to happen, and when and where, and this kind of thing. And they're being encouraged by the lack of reaction. So maybe it's a good thing. In a way, when you think about it, because there's so many people saying, why is everybody doing anything? Yeah, it's creating a very false sense of security for the wrong people, isn't it? And then eventually, things are just going to blow up, and they're not going to be able to do anything about it, really. And it's going to be a total surprise. It's going to seem, not for us. I've seen this coming over the hill like a Genghis Khan cavalry charge for 2 kilometers away. Like, do you see this fucking? And they're like, la 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 la. Earplugs in. Listen. Unless maybe you've come in off Roxham Road. So this is all happening. But thousands. This is just in Nova Scotia. Thousands of public sector workers not fired, placed on leave. Again, absolving themselves of responsibility. Oh, I didn't fire you. It's this cowardly, weak, hiding from reality, from consequences. It literally offends me. I see it and I'm like, stop. What is going on over here? This has to stop. Here's just a rundown of it. The IWK Health Center is a big hospital in Halifax. 29 people gone, 323 with Nova Scotia Health, 179 in long-term care, working 96 people in home care, 6 adult day programs, 174 in education, probably a lot of teachers, I imagine, 2 in correctional services, weak turnout, guys, 4 in emergency health services, 91 in the disability support program, 59 in daycares, 93 in provincial civil service. An additional nearly 2,000 people have not reported vaccine status or need to provide more information, but were already on leave for other reasons. And I say it'll have no impact on healthcare. Oh, yes. Lie to me some more. Colin Stevenson, Vice President of Quality and System Performance at Nova Scotia Health Authority, said the existing workforce will be able to mitigate the effects of losing 323 staff. Your fucking healthcare is the worst in the, I don't know, possibly the Western world. It is a shit show. Do you know what the wait time is for a family doctor in Nova Scotia? It's over 10 years. 10 years, a decade. Meaning forever. There's no solution to this. There are periods of the day, often, where there are no ambulances in the province. None. There's just no, we don't have them. It's none. People are waiting 6 hours for ambulances and shit sometimes. And you're going to sit there and say, oh, we've lost hundreds, thousands of staff. It's not going to have any impact, though. How would I fucking impact you? You lying. Oh my God, man.